Welcome everyone back to the House of Dre's channel. I've been on vacation. I'm back off of vacation. Got some editing to do apparently on a lot of stuff I need to be doing. So today we are doing a Naruto fight tier list, including the original Naruto and Shippuden list. Now I didn't make this list. I don't make the pictures or nothing, so I'm gonna do my best to describe which ones they're actually discussing, and we're gonna rank them S through D. You guys let me know down in the comment section which what you would change around, what's in your tier list or whatever. I think I'm gonna do this one. I think I'm gonna have a Dragon Ball come out probably tomorrow or something like that. Um, I'll probably just upload a few tier lists for a couple days. I gotta re-edit the universe mode because apparently I'm missing some stuff. But you guys make sure you hit the like, comment, and subscribe. And let's jump into it. Let's jump into it. I like doing tier lists. So the first one it is Naruto. It should be Naruto and Sasuke versus Haku. This is from the Land of Waves arc. Um, this is the very beginning. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna put that beat there. I'm gonna put that beat there for right now. And the reason why I'm putting that beat there, it was a lot of stalling. More than anything, it's a lot of stalling. Nostalgia and stuff. And I think that first arc always did so good to get you hooked onto Naruto, in my personal opinion. If it didn't get you hooked onto Naruto by then, I don't know what will. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. But I got that beat here. Main reason why, because Haku really wasn't trying to kill them. And after showing the ice prison jutsu and showcasing how he uses it, after that he really just stalls around a lot, hoping that they'll drop like flies, and they just didn't drop like flies at any point of time. So that's the only reason why I'm putting it at that at B tier. I think it'll be A tier if we were trying to get to the killing moment. And of course, I think the big thing was looked like Naruto was about to die, but he didn't die. I think that's pretty important. But I got it at B tier. Now, so we're talking about Kakashi versus Zabuza. I'm gonna go C tier. I'm gonna go C tier on that one. The only reason I'm going C tier on that one is because if you include the first fight, if you look at the first fight, the first fight was not Naruto, but it was Kakashi getting caught up into the water prison. He got caught off guard. So then it becomes the Naruto and Sasuke show. And then whenever Kakashi gets out of the water prison, that's what becomes him using the Sharingan and just pretty much just copying Zabuza hand signals. That was symbols. That was it. And then if you look at that part two of the fight, which was once again a bunch of stalling, it's whoever makes the first move. Not really iconic fight, quite honestly. Not an iconic fight at all. It's kind of weak, kind of weak. For my personal life. Now the rematch in the war was probably a little better, but I don't know if that's filler or not. So we'll see if that's filler or not. Next up, we got Sakura trying to protect Naruto and Sasuke from the Sound 4. I'm gonna put that D tier. And the reason I'm putting that at D tier, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. When I put that at D tier, the reason I'm putting that there because the bad writing for Sakura in part one, she had, in my personal opinion, she had one good fight, and that's coming up soon. But other than that, they was telling us she was a regular basic ninja. Cool, no problem. I'm gonna have no problem with that. My problem was she was only using substitution jutsu, but she's smart. She's really smart. She's in class smart. She was able to get the jutsus. Now, my question was, why wouldn't she be able to use other jutsus and stuff that she couldn't use? Why she couldn't do that? So here she just stalled. She did her best, and she just stalled. And I just wish they would have gave her a bigger moment, in my personal opinion. Next up, we had this is what's his name? I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on his name. Shino's fight. Um, Shino's fight was really one sided. It really wasn't. I'm gonna put that D tier, but I'm gonna put that ahead of Sakura and them. I'm gonna put that D tier. It was a one sided beatdown. It wasn't really anything impressive. The guy tried to attack early. Shinu he went ahead and he just affected him with the bugs. It was really quick. It wasn't a long tier fight. It wasn't going to be a 2 hour three. It wasn't going to be like anything else we saw. It was just short end fight, real quick. In my personal opinion, that was it. Next up, one of the fights that doesn't get talked about enough, in my personal opinion, it was Sakura versus Ino. I'm putting that as a C tier. They might be low C tier, but I'm putting that to C tier. I think that was a very excellent hand-to-hand combat that we'll get to see from two characters that really didn't when it comes to fighting, they really didn't get too much notability throughout the whole first half or so. This is the first time we got to see Ino without having Shikamaru or Choji next to her, and we saw how intelligent she was at using her abilities to get to her point to using the ability. We got to actually see Sakura using hand-to-hand combat, which I don't know why. Like, we saw it in the Forest of Death. We saw it in the other one when she protected against the sound ninjas. Here, she's going against Ino, and they're going hand to hand. They literally just throwing punches. This is your definition of two really basic ninjas with no extra abilities that they can truly use going head to head in a fight. I got that in my top 20 Naruto fights of all part one of Naruto. So if you haven't checked out that list is in the playlist. Y'all go check that out. I got that number 20. Shikamaru versus the other sound ninja, I want to say. Yeah, I didn't care too much about that fight. I don't. Shikamaru was just smarter than her. That was literally quite honestly, that was literally it. She was just smarter than him. I mean, he was just smarter than her. Nothing really stand out for me. We saw the intelligence of Shikamaru, which we kind of knew he was there already with it, but this is a bigger stage. The fight really was just, it was just slow, exactly how Shikamaru wanted to play it, and then he got the W. Not too impressive, my personal opinion. Kiva versus Naruto. I'm betting whether that's B tier or C tier. I'm gonna put that in head of Kakashi and Zabuza's fight. And that was a really good fight. We got to see Naruto and Kiba go at it. We got to see Kiba using his version of the Taijutsu, which is Fang over Fang, which is the wolf style technique. We got to see how Naruto can overcome that. I think it was a really good fight. One definitely a really good fight that showcased a lot of durability from Naruto, how he can adjust even though he was getting his tail beat, how smart he can be. Man, I think that's an underrated fight in my personal opinion too. Hinata versus Neji. This is a B tier just for the one time that we're getting the whole show of two Byakugan users going at it. Them two going at it. Fantastic work. I really wish they would have done more with the Byakugan and the Byakugan fighters and stuff. Just seeing them in more action. I wish we got to see base Byakugan versus base Sharingan. I think that will have been very interesting to see. But I'm putting that at B tier. I definitely love that fight. Next up, I think we can all agree to this. Rock Lee versus Gara was hyped, was everything that you wanted it to be. If that fight didn't get you into Naruto, I don't know what fight could. That was epic fight watching these two go at it. The gates being shown for the first time, Rock Lee's speed and agility, everything about everything that you wanted to see, you got to see it in this fight. I loved it. Definitely loved it. Next up, Shikamaru versus Tamari. I'm gonna put that at the head of the D tier. Once again, this was a one-sided showing. Pretty much, it was. She already seen his abilities, so then it was kind of like stall it out. It was a stall it out tactic until Shikamaru was able to get the win. A lot of Shikamaru's fight are really about tactics more than anything. Is using his brain because he know he's very limited in what his ability is, and then and the counter to that is his opponent. What can they do to counteract him waiting so long for a fight? You know what I'm saying? I think that's very, very important. So I'm gonna put that at the C. I'm gonna put that at the D tier. This head of the D tier. Naruto versus Neji. I'm putting that at the head of the B tier. And as soon as I can get my mouse working correctly, come on now. I'm gonna put that at the head of the B tier list. One, it's for I think it's for a lot of things. One, the talking about the prodigy and who's a loser and stuff. That's cool. The no talk jitsu, you know what I'm saying? That's cool. The second part is watching Neji's development as a legit awesome fighter that everybody wanted to fight. Naruto getting his revenge for Hinata. Neji showcasing the eight trigrams in the rotations. Naruto trying to outsmart a freaking genius, which ended up happening at the very end. I think it's a good fight. I don't think it's A tier. I don't know if we're gonna have any A tiers. This is gonna be interesting. A tiers. Conqueror versus yeah. This is a D tier. I'm gonna put this about here next to himself. We get to see this fight for too long. We saw the fight for a little bit, but we didn't get to really see. It wasn't really a long-winded battle. This was during the Hidden Leaf getting attacked, and we really get to see. We saw a little bit, but we were so focused. I think we were so focused on Sasuke going after Gara, Naruto versus Gara later on. We was focused on a lot of different things. We really didn't get to really lock in on this fight. You know what I'm saying? We got like, yeah, this fight's supposed to happen, but it didn't happen, and we got to see a little bit of it, but we didn't get to see. I don't think we focused enough on that. I don't think we focused enough. I think that's underrated, a little underrated. But if you don't give me a little bit more, because I think Conqueror is smart too. I think he would just. I think with the situation going on, he wasn't be able to truly focus. That's what I think. My personal opinion. And our first A tier, Naruto versus Gara. Fantastic ending to that whole invasion. In my personal opinion, you have um, Naruto going against this one, going against Shinchiriki, the one-tailed Shinchiriki versus the nine-tailed Shinchiriki. You get them head to head up, and we got to see the outcome of it. I think it was amazing. Naruto finally using the substitution correctly. Get to see him create the version of the nine tails for the attack. Yeah, I think beautiful work. Orochimaru versus the third Hokage. I'm gonna put that as A tier. Also, in the very, I think that was a good fight too. And yes, people that third coffin that Orochimaru was about to open, that was Lord Fourth. That was the fourth Hokage. Why do we know that? It's because A, during the first part of Naruto, I don't think he wrote out everything. I think you probably heard this from a lot of your YouTubers. He didn't write out everything, the win conditions and stuff. I don't think he probably didn't even think about bringing back the Hokages and anything like that, or explaining how the he probably didn't want to explain how the this Jitsu worked. You know, what I'm saying the reincarnation Jitsu. I don't think he understand. I don't think he was flexing that out. I don't think he was ready to flex all that out just yet. And then later on, he ended up doing it. So a lot of stuff gets recanon. When you watch it, if you probably One Piece probably done the same thing. You watch it from the very beginning of the show, and then you fast forward for so long, and then you see what's going on later. You kind of just you roll with the punches. You be all right. You roll with the punches. But outside of that, Risen, even in his older age, showcased that he was still a threat to Orochimaru was most likely in his prime. And people still underrate the third Hokage. Don't underrate that man. The man in his prime would have dominate this man. If he was really about it, he would have dominated and killed him. He wasn't a Hokage just because he was old. He was Hokage because he was one of the strongest. Let's be honest. He learned all the jutsus in the leaf. Come on now, people. Let's be honest here. Kakashi, Kurenai, and Asuma confronting Itachi and Kisame. This wasn't a fight at all, so that's down there. That wasn't a fight. That was a confirmation to where Korn and I really thought she can Genjutsu and Uchiha. So that could tell me how it was like from that moment she stopped being a ninja. I swear it felt like that was the moment. It was like she popped up. She thought she can do a Genjutsu against a Genjutsu master. She got GG up out of there, and she stopped being a ninja. I swear. But I think a lot of people try to hold this weight to Kakashi of him and Itachi. You guys got to remember, Kakashi doing this part in part one, he even said it many times that he was lazy, he was out of shape, he wasn't prime, he wasn't his prime self until Shippuden era. Once Shippuden era, especially right before the war arc started, that is prime Kakashi. That is the definition of prime Kakashi. This Kakashi out of shape, not I think he hadn't fought like a real good fight in like 2 years before then. I think like 2 or 3 years before then. So he was out of shape. He was teaching. He was trying to get this group and stuff. You remember he failed all those students. He probably wasn't taking hard missions either. There probably wasn't really much going on during that time frame. But people act like him and Itachi had it up. Man, that's a whole different conversation. I swear it is. I promise y'all it is. The three-way deadlock. I'm gonna put that about C tier. I'm gonna put that about C tier behind Hugo and them. It might be, yeah, I'm gonna put that C tier. And the reason why it's only I put that B tier. Whoa, I put that B tier. My fault. C tier in front of actually the head of C tier. Let's be honest, the head of C tier. And the only reason why it's ahead of C tier, everybody was nerfed in this fight. Every single person was nerfed. Orochimaru didn't have access to his arms, nerf. Jiraiya got drugged, he was nerfed. Tsunade got she had a mental breakdown for seeing blood again. She was nerfed. So all three of these people was nerfed. Now they fought at the absolute primes. I mean, not primes, but they was all 100%, and they was good to go. And we had this bro down fight. That probably been close to A to S tier. I guarantee you that. But that's the reason why he nerfed them. He nerfed them all because he didn't want to see this type of fight happening at all. I think he just gave it a little tease of what they could do. But in reality, at the absolute, I mean, if they was fully gone, I mean, they was fully on it. Ha. Speaking of fully on it, this really wasn't a fight. Naruto versus Kabuto. I'm gonna put that close to the end. Nah, I'm gonna put that right before right. I'm gonna put that right down D tier. Not really a fight. It was mostly Naruto using the Rasengan for the first time at the absolute best of his prime. I think that's a good fight. I think that was a good fight, and I think it deserves. I mean, not a good fight. It was just a good moment more than anything. It wasn't really a long-winded fight. And, it wasn't that much. But the next one, we're talking about the Sasuke retrieval art. We're gonna go ahead and do all these real quick at once. I think Choji and them had the best fight. I'm gonna have to put that ahead of everybody. I'm gonna put that right there, B tier. Neji's fight is right behind them. Also, Kiba's fight before Kankuro show up, I'm gonna put that B tier, but behind everybody else. Shikamaru's fight, I'm gonna put that about C tier, and it's gonna be right before, right there before Kakashi and them, and then Gara and Rock Lee versus what's his name? I forgot his name already. Kimimaru. I'm gonna put that A tier. Now let's talk about all of them. Kimimaru Rock versus Rock Lee and Gara, fantastic. Kimimaru versus Drunken Fist Rock Lee is probably one of the most iconic fights in Naruto, in history of Naruto. Let's be honest here. Definitely enjoyed that. Definitely enjoyed that. Funny as crap. And then we get Gara popping up to try to help atone for trying to kill Rock Lee. And then when he did that, we got to see Gara almost. I mean, he was. Kimimaro was a beast in this mode. Luckily, he was sick. Y'all lucky he was sick. But outside of just being sick, Gara almost did it, but that man almost got killed. Sick. If that sickness did not hit Kimimaru, GG, it's a wrap. Goodbye, Gara. Goodbye, Rock Lee. Crazy work. Definitely crazy work. But this was an excellent. I enjoyed it. Definitely enjoyed it. That's why it's A tier. Now we'll go down to the B tier where Choji's fight. Man, great fight. Got to see the real version of Choji, what he was going to look like, especially later on in Shippuden. But that was an awesome fight right there. Neji come around right behind him with his fight. That fight was also epic to see because his blind spot for the rotations that he just developed, there's a blind spot to it, and now somebody almost hit his blind spot. Crazy work. Kiba having his fight, showcasing that he really wasn't. Shout out to the children in the background because they're gonna just keep yelling. Lord, this is not what's up. But his fight was also awesome. Right, him showcasing what he can try to do as best as possible, but still getting outmatched was ridiculous. But I definitely enjoyed that. And then once again, Shikamaru's fights are normally eye to eye. He got hit with the Genjutsu for the first time, like a real one that messed him up. But Tamari coming in to save her future husband, beautiful work. Yeah, I think they all was good. Like I said, Shikamaru's fights are getting, as y'all could tell, it went from just the D tier up to the C tier. But that was pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Like I said, sorry, these children about to be yelling back and forth, and yeah. Naruto versus Sasuke. That is an S tier fight. I don't think we need to go into details. First time they fought it out, beautiful work in general. Stop fucking yelling. Move around. Stop yelling. Stop yelling. I will turn off both of y'all TVs ASAP. Please stop yelling. Sorry about that once again. I don't think we really need to talk too much about that. I think we all know where that fight ranks. I think between the two, I mean, I go back and forth between them. I think I have Naruto and Sasuke ahead of them, but I can flip them back and forth too. So I think S tier doesn't really matter what fight goes there. Just awesome. Now we're going to the Shippuden side. Deidara versus Gaara. I have not made my top 20 list, so I guess this is going to be y'all flirting with this, with all the fights here. Gaara versus Deidara, I'm putting it B tier, and I think we can agree that it is. I'm gonna say it's the head of B tier. I'm gonna say it's the head of B tier. Deidara legitimately had to threaten to blow up the entire Sand Village for him to get this W. Let's be honest here. He had to do that just to get the W. So if he didn't have to do that, Gaara pretty much beats him. Let's be honest here. I think we can all agree to that. I don't know if y'all agree, but I think we can agree to that. Next up, Conqueror versus Sosori. I don't know why that's on the list. It wasn't a fight. It was literally Conqueror being humbled by the man who created his puppets. So that's a D tier to me. Nothing there. Sakura and Granny what's her name? Granny I forgot how to say her name. Versus Sorcery. That's an A. That's an A fight. We get to see post training Sakura in real action outside of training, and some real action, some real fighting, and showcases how smart and intelligent she is at that point of time. Definitely love that. Granny Chiyo, that's her name. Granny Chiyo. I was gonna say Choji. Granny Chiyo, showcasing that she can still go toe to toe, and her 10 puppets that she had locked and loaded and hidden behind was also great to see. And I loved it. I definitely loved it. Yeah, definitely. Naruto versus Orochimaru. This one, Naruto goes crazy. I'm putting that as A tier also. Ironically, you guys, if you not know, the four, maybe not Sonati, but the the great signing, the all three great signing, they are four tails level, nine tails Jinchuriki level. That's where they stop at. Because even in this fight here, Orochimaru split his body 4 or 5 times, and he barely beat Naruto at that point of time. And even at that point in time, he had to do that just to keep up with Naruto. He barely won. He barely survived that battle. He barely survived it. Now, next up is Might Guy versus Kisame. They first encounter. I'm gonna put C tier. I'm gonna put it at the low C tier. It's about right there. And the only reason why it's like that, my screen didn't just decided to. There we go. That's better. That'd be great, wouldn't it? That'd be great. The only reason why it's C tier is because Mike Guy only got to fight the clone of um of Kisame. He didn't really get to fight the real version of him until way later, which was a better fight. So I'm gonna put that C tier. Shikamaru versus Hidan, a great revenge story. I think this one is his best fight, even though it wasn't too much of a long fight. It was strategy versus, just a strategy fight. But I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna put that high. I'm gonna put that about B tier. It's probably low B tier, but I'm gonna put that B tier though. I think that was a good fight. I think that was a really good fight. Naruto and Kakashi in group versus Kakazu. I'm gonna put that. I really don't remember how much Naruto really did. I'm gonna put that C tier. I'm gonna put that C tier. And I always gonna put that C tier because I think when Naruto popped up, he didn't really. Naruto kind of just took over the battlefield and kind of just almost one shot it. If you can almost argue, he pretty much one shot at Kakazu by himself to an extent. So it's not like it was now if you was doing now if you're just adding Kakashi in group, okay, if we do it like that, if it's Kakashi, Ino, and Choji, and then when Naruto shows up, if we're gonna rank it like that, then I'm gonna put that behind the legendary Sani's battle. Let's do it like that because I don't like. Let's do it like that. We'll do it like that. So I think that'd be better. like I said, it was crazy. It was crazy because it was like, what's up with this? Hey, what's up with the Koski crab? Like, what's going on here? It's kind of like they kind of broken a little bit, and man, you know what I'm saying, man. Sasuke versus Orochimaru wasn't a fight. That was Sasuke is taking out a weekend Orochimaru. So close to the end. Sasuke versus Deidara, which a lot of people really disliked because they felt like he had plot armor. I mean, I watched the fight a couple times, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if you want to call that plot armor or not. I don't know. I don't know. Because I think because it's at that point of time. I know a lot of people think it was like plot armor and stuff. I feel like this is more of a we got to see Sasuke develop and with the three-tone Sharingan and with that added to his eye, I feel like we got to see the full length of it. You know what I'm saying? If we seen Itachi already has it, he's mastered the Genjutsu good crap. Kakashi has it, and we saw him in the very beginning, but we saw that he really wasn't maxed it out. And then when we see the development for Sasuke's Sharingan as they keep getting better and better and better, I think this is more of that point to where he was just maxing out the Sharingan as best as possible and showcasing what it can really do in battle. That's just me, though. That just be me. Itachi versus Sasuke. Love watching that fight back and forth. I think I don't know how I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put this about third in the A tier. I think that's a big time A tier fight. Love watching them go back and forth. Tachi lied about the history of Madara Uchiha, but that showcased you that he was still being manipulated even by Obito during that time frame. Um, but the fight between the two was good, was really good to great, in my personal opinion. Go back and forth a lot. Seen the debut of the Karen. Got to see Itachi using the Amaterasu. Got to see the Susanoo before Itachi passes out. I think we hit the nail on everything that needs to happen in between two Ichiyas going at it one by one. Definitely love that. Pain versus Jiraiya. I'm gonna put that about S tier. That was another fight that I had just like I'm currently I'm rewatching Shippuden again. I probably end up doing it again because I've been spreading it out in parts again. But I'm rewatching it and man, that's a great fight. That's a great fight. With no real information going in blindly, Jiraiya was able to do what he did. That's amazing work. That is definitely amazing. You can't really get that from a lot of other people, man. That's something underrated. Dry definitely underrated. Killer B humbling Taka. I think that's a B tier. I think that's a B tier fight. I'm gonna put it right there behind Deidara and Sasuke fight. This a Killer B breakdown. That's what I'm gonna call it. A Killer B breakdown. Killer B was just whooping they tail. Now they did get some good hits on him and stuff, but oh man, Kakashi versus Pain really wasn't a long fight. So I'm gonna put that C tier. It wasn't really a long fight. It was just a real quick encounter. Another character that I think if he would have fought all six pains and got the information that he was trying to get, I think he also would have survived. I think he would also got the same treatment as Jiraiya. I don't know for how longer though. I'm gonna put that about C tier. It was a solid fight, but it was too short. We didn't get to really get to see. We didn't expand it that much. Naruto versus Pain. I think that's another S tier fight in my personal opinion. Or is it an A tier? I'm gonna call it S tier for right now. I'm gonna call it S tier. I think that's a big boss battle. Now I know a lot of people when they watch the Putin, they believe it should have just stopped right there. I 1000% disagree. But we still haven't talked about Sasuke when he was doing after everything. Yes, people acknowledge Naruto, but I guarantee you there's some people that still push back against Naruto. It's basic. I think people think that was probably like the perfect ending for Naruto was after the pain arc stuff. But I don't think so. I don't think so. They probably still there's probably some people that still push back against him becoming Hokage in general at any point in time. Right now, they say that's a hero. You know, he's a good hero. That's about it. Yeah, he still has some work to do, and I feel like Naruto still feel like he did too, in his personal opinion. Good revenge, though. Good revenge. Next up, we got Sasuke versus the Raikage. Now, this is Sasuke versus everybody. Quite honestly, let's be honest. This is Sasuke versus the world. I think Sasuke versus the world arguably is his second one of his I think that's his second best fight. Sasuke versus the five Kages. Yeah, I think that's his. I think that's probably his best. I said second, third best. His third best fighting thing that we ever seen outside of him versus Naruto, him versus Itachi. I think this is perfect. His fights, yeah. Sasuke stuff was ranks right there, right there. Man, he had to go through a lot. And we got to see the development. See, now I'm thinking about it. We got to see the development of him developing the Susanoo, and I'm gonna have to push that up there a little bit more. I'm gonna have to push that. I'm gonna put that behind Gara and Deidara. Development of the Susanoo, going toe to toe against the Raikage, going toe to toe against Gara, shutting down the stuff, and it's like we get to see like pure evil Sasuke. I feel like it was like pure evil Sasuke that felt like he needed to do this. That's what I like seeing. Killer B versus Kasami. Oh, that's another good fight. That is another freaking good fight. I'm putting that up there behind. I'm putting that up there behind Sasuke versus the world. Man, that was a fight. That was a fight, man. Sasuke. Kisa, man. He also got some underrated great. I think a lot of his fights that he actually full out fight are mostly B tier. Anything that wasn't like full out, he'll get to go everything. I think they're lower than that, but I think full out Kisame's, I think most of his is B tier and potentially A tier. You know what I'm saying? Sasuke versus Danzo annoyed the crap out of me, but it's still one of Sasuke's best fights. Just because we have to see the other abilities of the Sharingan. We got to see this is Sasuke about to go completely blind, by the way. This is about to him go completely blind. So man, that was a good fight too. I definitely enjoyed watching that happen. Man, Sasuke. So like I said, Sasuke. That's what the second. The second half of Shippuden style for Sasuke was definitely important for him to develop. He just legitimately had to. He just definitely had to. Because man, if he didn't, we Minato versus the Obito. I'm gonna put that. It's B tier because it's B tier. It's still good. I don't know. It's B tier right now. It's B tier. I had to think about it. Mike Guy versus Kasami, the rematch. I'm putting that A tier. I don't care what y'all say. That's A tier to me. That was that's an A tier fight. That's Kasami's best fight. Mike Guy's best mess guy. Mike Guy having to go balls to the wall. That was amazing to see. That was amazing to see. Connor versus Obito wasn't a fight. It was a moment, but that moment gets a lot of hype. I'm gonna put that moment about C tier. She already set up 1,000, and a lot of people got upset. That's like, oh, plot. That's a plot. That's plot. No, we got to remember they set up the Danzo fight the first time. The Danzo fight showcased what the Sharingan abilities could do, and then here. This is the other half of that. So him legitimately losing an eye just to kill Conan, who pretty much almost killed the man. So I mean, that's what you do with your that's what you do with your plot with your what do you call that? That's what you do with your prep time. Prep time. That's what she did. Prep time. Now this one is War Arc. I don't know why this one's added. I didn't really care for this one that much. We're gonna put that C tier. This is the beginning where it was Konkoro and Sai versus Reed. I thought that was filler. I thought Sai's brother was filler. Probably not. That's interesting because if they did that one, but we skipped out on a lot of other fights. There was no Madara fights, all Madara's fights, the return of the Kage's fights. There's a lot of fights that are missing on his tier list that I didn't look at it. I didn't look at everything before I decided to go. But I mean, all right. I mean, that's all right. I guess that's all right. I guess because they want to put more pictures or something. That's okay. But Sasuke versus Naruto, I think that's the best fight in Naruto. Once again, the Final Valley part two again, the big rematch. I think personally that's the best Naruto fight in Shippuden fights potentially. But the S ranks they could all rank differently. You can switch them up all you want to. This is my list. This is only my list. So your list is going to be different. This is my list. This is how I look at it. But I really wish they did add it. I wish they I really wish they did added more of the war arc fights. My Because we're missing so many war arc fights that were very important in the show. I think that could have filled up the a lot of the A tiers and stuff, but whatever reason, this person didn't want to add it to this list. So, all right, it is what it is. But that is my list right here, S through D. I gave y'all my reasons why I got them that way. You're gonna feel 100% different. You leave that down in the comment section. We're gonna do a Dragon Ball Z one. Let me see if I can find a Dragon Ball Z on one on this tiermaker.com. Yeah, tiermaker.com. Go to tiermaker.com. You search up Dragon Ball, Naruto, Bleach, whatever you're doing, cartoons, movies, whatever you want to, look them up. Once you get them, make your list, hit the record button, let us see that list, and that's how you're supposed to do it, though. But that's it. That's the end of this. Like I said, came back from vacation. I'm gonna start hitting back on these vids. If you're looking for WWE 2K25 universe mode, I'm still editing, so it might not come out until Thursday potentially. Depends on how I get the editing. But that's it for me. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch y'all on the next one.